So I am in a new place. I don't know if I posted my video of me moving, but I just recently lived in my car for 3 months. Out of choice. I was OBC, homeless by choice, because they raised my rent, couldn't afford it, and I was waiting for this place to open up, which wasn't until October, end of October. I moved out August 1st from my other place. So August, September, October, I was living in my car with Cooper and Amelia, who is no longer with us, but in my Audi, which is only a 4-door small Audi. So it was quite interesting. I lived in that from 98 degrees outside to 35 degrees outside. So, but I am in a 10 by 10 room now. And as much of what I had in my apartment is in this room. I now have a twin size bed instead of a king size bed. So Cooper obviously lays on it when I'm not on it. Or he lays on the floor or the couch at night. Or he tries to scoot in when I'm sleeping. But I usually kick him out. But anyway, so I am in a different spot. But do watch for my videos. You can click on my icon where it's, I think it's a sun that says At Heaven's Door Terra. You click on that and then you go to my playlist and it will be my car life videos. So I videotaped my journey living in a car. So those are my car life videos. However, I wanted to come on as I was in the car. I didn't really have internet. So I had to record the videos, but I couldn't post any of them. So I have to go back in time and post them now. It is now December 2022. So I couldn't do any of my, with the background there, my Terra Talks World News. So this is At Heaven's Door Terra, Terra Talks World News video. I did post a video about Kaylee Rodney. I don't remember what I said, but I did post that one when I was in the car at a park with Cooper. But I was called to come on real quickly to post the video about the 4 Idaho, whatever, students that were killed, stabbed. And you know, like now it's, you can't accuse people, which I would never accuse people, but because there's a lot of people doing that. You know, they were accusing, I think Jack was his name, the ex-boyfriend, or accusing the guy with the hoodie at the food truck. They were accusing the roommates, poor girls, and so on and so on. So I'm doing psychic predictions, and I've always said in all my videos, I may not be right. But, you know, I mean, I'm not God. You know, I don't see everything, but I do get intuitive hits. And I was getting intuitive hits on this case. For some reason, I get intuitive hits on things that are in the news. So, and all along, I thought that it wasn't someone real close to them. Although everybody was kind of aiming towards that. Like a friend. It was a friend. It was a friend. I didn't really get that it was a close friend. I was thinking that it was either a random guy or an acquaintance. And I kept thinking about the bar thing. And the one thing that called out to me was Kaylee was texting a lot when they were at the food truck. And I know when my daughter is around, well, she's a little older than them, but whenever she would be texting a lot around that age, it's because usually there was an argument going on, or there was gossip going on, or there was something going on. So I'm curious about who she was texting at that time at the food truck, why she was so focused on texting, because when you're texting, there's a lot of back and forth going on. So usually it's an argument or a drama that is happening, you know, that you're texting about. Just that I've seen from my daughter, you know, texting. So I'm curious about who she was texting and what they were texting about. And then the video that came out where they were walking from the bar to the food truck, and Kayla was asking Maddie, what she told Adam, and she said, I told Adam everything. So I think Adam would be key in this, because I think whoever it was that went into their home, whether it is this Brian person or not, was at that bar. And my first intuitive hit was it was someone who worked at the bar. Because why would she tell Adam everything? Like, you know, unless Adam was like her best friend or, you know, a good friend. Of course, everybody dishes to the bartender when you're drunk, you know. That's what bartenders are for. They're like sidebar therapists. But I felt like there was an issue that happened at the bar. So if it were this Brian person, maybe he was at the bar. We know that Madison was very drunk. Okay, we saw that on the video. The other guy, the heavier set guy, did a TikTok, I think, or some video that said that she bumped into him at the bar. She was very drunk. So she was at the bar. She was drunk. Okay, so whoever I think went into the house was at that bar, and I think there was confrontation between the perpetrator and Madison at the bar, because she was drunk. You know what I mean? Like you say things, you might say things rudely to people when you're drunk. I don't know. They say you say things that are truthful, but whatever. You know, they're young kids. You know. It's the end of the semester. They're stressed. They're done. You know, either had exams or gonna have exams. It was a night to just blow it off, or maybe they just had exam. I don't know what the situation was, but letting off steam, you know, and maybe deflecting, you know, anger or whatever. Okay, where you've like had enough, so you're just like bitching on everybody. Or maybe she said something flippant, you know, to this person, this guy. I think it is a man. So I never really did think it was a best friend or a close friend in their social, like that they would say, hey, come on over and have drinks with us. You know, so now some people have said that the person was in the house already. You know, I didn't get that. I think he knew where they lived. So he might have done research. He might have followed them. Maybe he followed them that night after they left the bar, you know, surveillanced them to figure out where they lived. And maybe he didn't know that two girls had arrived prior to them, because I think them and Kaylee, Maddie, and arrived, I think, after or before, maybe after Xana and Ethan. So whatever, but he didn't surveillance the house prior to the two other girls getting there. So if he was watching the house, he did thought there was only 4 people in there. Is what my point is. I know it's getting taken long. So now there was another friend that did an interview, said that he used to run with him at night. Okay, and they used to run like 6 miles. Now they say this Brian person, if he's innocent until proven guilty, so it might not be him. But he lived, I think, 10 miles away, so running 6 miles back when he was, I don't know how old, he could obviously run 10 miles, you know, take a break, whatever. Maybe he even just ran from the bar, you know, left his car there or somewhere, and then ran back to the car and then left from there. I don't know about the car, but you know, how he got to the house, but I don't think he pulled up to the, someone said maybe Brian and Ttwn, whatever, on News Nation said maybe he pulled up in the street behind the house. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, so he knew where they lived. So I don't know if he had been in the house ever before. We can ask the cards that, but he knew where they lived. So my first impression, the very first impression I got, because they had said that Kaylee had a stalker. And this could be her stalker. Could be. But my first impression was, and that was the first thing that came out, is that Kaylee had a stalker. So my first impression was about Xana and Ethan, was that he went into the wrong room first. He didn't know there was bedrooms downstairs. He didn't know that. So he went into the wrong room first. And then he woke up either Ethan or Xana. He might have just woken up Xana. One of them woke up. And then he saw that there was a male in there. So, okay, I have to take the male out because he's stronger than females in his mind. May not always be the case. So he killed Ethan in his sleep. And they said some people had defensive wounds, and I would think it would be Xana who was trying to defend her boyfriend and herself. And as far as the blood coming out of the wall on the outside, there would have to have been a lot of blood, a lot of struggle. So that I just can't wrap my mind around that. That I don't even want to look at that scene. Okay, so my impression was he went into the wrong room. So, and someone saw him, so he had to eliminate. Then he didn't know there was a downstairs bedroom, so he went upstairs. Now, another thing that I have intuitively hit on, because I've watched a lot more than I usually do on cases, because I wasn't really going to post a video, but I was called to, because I've gotten these intuitive hits, and again, how I've said in my other videos, this is kind of to check myself. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I don't intend to inflict any kind of harm on any person. But these are just my intuitive hits. Because if I can help someone, then I would like to. Okay? So he went up to the next bedroom upstairs, and I believe the next person that had defensive wounds was Caitlin, because I think she was protecting Maddie. I think the target was Maddie. If he were the stalker for Caitlin, he may have been, but because the girls are so close, I think his obsession, his loving eye, his wanting, his desire was for Maddie. It may have turned to Maddie. I think she was the person he was after. After whatever happened maybe at the bar that night with Madison. So I am not blaming Madison. She did nothing wrong. You cannot rationalize a disturbed mind. This person, I believe, is very disturbed, has a very dark spirit. If it is this Brian person, obviously they've said they suggest that he's done drugs in the past. They suggest some dysfunction in the family. So could be that this person snapped. Could be a different person snapped. You don't know what makes people snap. You know, there's evil out there. That's all I can say. There is evil out there. So I just, having 2 girls of my own, you just got to be, you know, and it's a shame that we have to do this, you know, because even driving down the road, getting cut off by someone, you want to be like, you know, or, you know, whatever, because you're in your car, you think you're safe. Like, you can't even do that anymore. And not that I ever did that, but I'm just saying, you can't even, in Chicago here, a mother got shot because she did that, or yelled out asshole or something, and her and her baby got shot, or she got, I mean, you just don't know what's gonna make people snap. You know, I mean, it's like everybody has to live on walking on eggshells around everybody, because there is so much mental health that is needed in this country with people. There's a lot of walking time bombs around us, is what I'm saying. So the girls, Ethan, no one did anything wrong. It's just wrong place, wrong time, wrong words, wrong person that snapped, happened to come across your life path. So, now I find it was interesting that they said this morning that, you know, and it was really weird because, well, I was just to finish that sentence to say that the dad came and helped him drive back, because I was thinking through all those states he could have, whoever it was, if it was this person, he could have gotten rid of the weapon, you know, driving, you know, stopped anywhere, like any bridge, or, you know, through in any water. That would be so hard to find. But then some person said that he probably would keep it. I don't know. You know, a psychopath, narcissistic, you know, person that thinks they're above, you know, delusional thinking might keep it. And then something else came across about that he might have done it before to some other people, and I don't know what state it was, but you know, that kind of would make sense, because would you have your first kill before people? Although, like I said, I think the Xana and Ethan were a mistake, because I think he went into the wrong room. So, but could you pull off 4 on your first round? But who knows if you're on, who knows whatever drugs you're on, who knows what you could do. I don't think there's more than one person. Again, okay, quiet. I could be wrong. We're right next to the parking lot. So, and the people upstairs are very loud. And we're right on a busy road again still. So, but I don't think you could hear the trucks. It's a truck route. Okay. So anyway, so I'm just curious about if the weapon, if it was him and he had his father with him. I mean, he could have pulled over at a rest stop to go to the bathroom, threw it in a trash can at a rest stop. But I'm thinking he might have kept the weapon or hid it someplace where he could retrieve it, like maybe buried it in his yard or something. I might need a metal detector to go around. So I don't know. Okay, you need to stop with this whining. So okay, we want to ask, if it were this Brian person, what was he? Now, people said that he followed them on, I don't know, TikTok or Instagram or something like that. He followed their pictures. And initially he followed Kaylee a lot, they said, on the internet. You know, they someone showed pictures of him being like the follower, however that works. I'm too old for all that. But again, I think he switched to, Kaylee might have said, no, you know, I'm graduating, we live too far away, it's not going to work, you know, thank you for your advances, to kind of quash that, let him down easy. And then he focused on Maddie. And then the night at the bar, she was like, no, I'm done, you know, stop bothering me. And that's what she was telling Adam about, the bartender. Because maybe there was a yelling about something, and he was like, what's going on, you know, what's the problem? So I think my question was, did he ever go into their house prior? 9 of Pentacles. Okay, I don't know whose dog it was. But now I'm reading intuitively, this is not what it says. But you know, the 9 of Pentacles is a very independent woman. And so I think Madison and Kaylee were both very independent. But you see her touching this tree's mouth. So I think, I mean, it could be Kaylee, but again, I think that the target, sorry to say, I could be wrong. I have no problem being wrong. I mean, I'm just a person, you know, that gets these random intuitive hits in my brain about things in the news. She's holding his tongue like, stop, just stop speaking. No. Okay. So someone turned him down. Someone in the house turned him down. So, okay, this one flew. I'm not sure. But, okay, another pentacle. Okay. I'm a little rusty with this deck, so I don't know who this is. That's either the, I think it's the Knight of Pentacles. But it doesn't matter. I'm reading it intuitively. And this person looks very mad. There's a lot of water behind him. So this person became very mad. Okay, whether he is the Knight of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles, it doesn't matter. He's not the Queen. He could even be the King. It doesn't matter to me. Because I'm reading intuitively and I see all the water rushing down. This just, the turn down just built up anger. He snapped. This person snapped. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 5 swords. 5 swords. You know, I never noticed this in the card before. 5 of Swords is a betrayal. The one psychic I saw said that she sensed that the girls felt very betrayed. So I don't know what was going on there, but you know, maybe they thought they were nice to this person, maybe on campus or at a bar, or again, they worked at one of them worked at a restaurant. I don't know if both of them did. So they served this person. So they made it thought like, wait, we thought we were good. Like, what? You're killing us? Like, what? So, if they thought they were betrayed, I don't know. I was repeating that, but that was what someone else said. But this 5 of Swords is a betrayal. Oh, okay, because the 5 of Swords is a betrayal. But what I'm picking up here, and I've never noticed this hand here. 4 people were stabbed with a knife, like a sword. This person was delusional at the time of the crime, in his mind, thinking he was a warrior. He went in like for combat, and if you could see this one hand, do you see it up there? The hand holding this one sword, that's the 5th sword. 5, himself. Whoever it is going to get caught because he stabbed himself. So there's blood there, or cut marks on him. Now, they also said in the news that he finished up the semester. So I'd be curious if, you know, if he did have wounds, where they were, and if they were covered up. He might have wounds on his legs, because if there was a scuffle, you know, with Xana or whatever, Xana, she might have cut him, or he might have went to cut her and cut his leg. So that's the 5 of Swords. All right, let's get one more. Okay. Had he ever been in the house before? Okay, like I said, I think he just followed them. Four of Cups. Okay, 4 of Cups is having doubts, you know, being bored. But 4 of Cups. The meaning of the card is not, okay. All right, is not what I'm seeing. Okay. So, this isn't a rat, but I'm seeing a rat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a squirrel. Okay, but it's you. All right, and there's trees. Now, if you remember, if you saw the house, there's trees behind. It's kind of making me lose my breath. The girl here is sleeping. So he might have been in the tree or by the trees, acting like he was just, I don't know, tying his shoe because he was running. But the girl, one girl, he was after one girl while they were sleeping. Okay, but that's still not telling me if he was in the house before. Hang on a minute. I told you people I'm really rusty. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to look at something with this deck. So, this is, Temperance. Two wands. Okay, I don't think that means anything. I'm going to be done with this deck because it's not telling us if he was in the house or not. But, this is Temperance. And she's picking roses, like loves me not. So it had to do with his advances for love and him getting turned down. And, you know, Temperance combines things. So the whole situation was, I almost said destined to happen. I mean, we do have our life paths, and our ending expiration date is decided before. Usually, that's what I think. I could be wrong. So it was just a combination of so many things. Just his mental state, his mental health, his drug abuse, his obsessions, for the targeted girl, the mistake of going in the wrong room, the turn down from the girl, just the combination of so many things, wrong place, wrong time. So combining the combination of so many factors brought out the temperance. So it was about one girl, but she's in white, see? So whichever one it was, which again I think it was Madison, she's innocent. She did nothing wrong. It was nothing wrong. So is there anything else you want to tell us? You know what? Maybe I'll pull one more card. I hope it's not too long on this video. So we don't know. We didn't get if he's ever been in the house. I don't think so. I think he just knew where they lived. And I don't think he knew that there was 2 rooms downstairs. And I know the one person that lived there said it was a creaky house. You know, college kids, you know, especially with an active house, I wouldn't wake up either if I heard people walking around upstairs. Now, you think you would hear people were falling to the floor, but then you don't know how drunk they were or how tired they were, you know. Anything else you want to tell us about the perpetrator? I don't know why it's asked. I usually don't pull from the top. I'm gonna pull from the top. No. Joker. He's a trickster. Anything else? Anything else? Maybe that's what they wanted to tell us. He's a trickster. Trickster of the night. See the moon? So that is what they wanted to tell us. He's a trickster. Okay. And it's a dark cloud. It's black. Well, the whole deck is black and cream. Has he done this before? Has he done this before? King of Hearts. So, he's all about love. He's obsessed with love. 4 Hearts. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if you could see. King of Hearts. I don't know what sign he is. He's obsessed with constantly reaching out to offer his love. Okay, he wants to be successful with the 4 of, wait, no. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, we had that over here. 4 of Cups. He gets rejected. Okay, also, okay, even though I said it was him being creepy in the woods and the trees and she was sleeping, this is also rejection. Rejecting an offer. Okay, so he is, I don't know why I was reading the 4 of Wands, but so he acts as the King of Cups, charming, you know, like I'm your knight in shining armor, I'm a PhD student, if it's him, whoever it was, could be someone else doing the same thing, you know, acting charming, and he gets rejected. Okay, so he gets rejected. So 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. And he works really hard at it. He works really hard at his game, his experience, working really hard getting, like, they said he was fat when he was younger. I don't know, but in high school, so he worked on his like physique. He's working on his like master's and his PhD, like to be socially accepted so that girls want him. Another note, I intuitively hit. He's 28, but I hit that he's a virgin. Okay, just saying on the side, maybe. So, Three of Pentacles. He's worked hard at this. Three of Wands. He just kept waiting for his ships to come in, and they just never did, and he snapped. He kept waiting and waiting for this to happen. He just done. And he decided, he was doing that study. He said, well, I'm gonna commit the study, and I'll answer those questions myself. And then Ace of Pentacles. Okay, you reject me? I got a gift for you. I got a gift for you. I'm gonna reject you. I'm gonna wipe you out of existence so that you can never accept anyone or reject anyone again. Brian C. Brian Christopher. There's a B and a C. Brian Christopher. Yeah. Yeah. That's what he was thinking. I want to make it so that you never, all right. Okay. I just got this deck for Christmas. So, I was going to grab a card just as an overall oracle message. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what he wanted to be. King of Pentacles. He wanted someone to love him. He wanted his happy ever after with these sunflowers here. I'll show you in a minute. He wanted a bride. Maybe that particular person, Kaylee or Madison. He wanted abundance. He wanted love. He wanted to give them a castle in the sky. So this is what he wanted. And he couldn't get it. He never thought he was done. He was done. He just, you know, he was done. He was done trying. This was the end for him. He snapped. You know, it's not any excuse or anything, but mental health is so important from the bottom up, and I'm saying bottom from infancy up. I've witnessed how someone can turn into a cold human being. I've seen it when I was in college, when I worked at an abuse shelter. I've seen it when I worked for DCFS. I've seen it other places. When a child is not nurtured, loved, kissed, when a child doesn't feel warmth, safety, love, affection, if there is any kind of trigger in their brain, this can happen. Now maybe it could happen if there is warmth, love, care, guidance. But I don't know. Is there any serial killers that had a loving upbringing? I'd be curious. Because I think if there is a trigger, I think it can be halted with having a child not coddled. I'm not saying coddled. So I'm hearing people like, oh, you can't baby a kid, you know. I'm not saying that, but infancy, you need love, you need affection, you need kisses, you need to feel safe, you need warmth, you need physical touch as an infant, or you have failure to thrive. And I've seen an infant's face laying on a floor in an abuse shelter, as cold as ice, from failure to thrive. I was a probation officer. I've seen like a psychopath across from me with ice cold eyes, probably from failure to thrive. You know, it's just, again, back to we need more mental health in this country. But that's my soapbox, so I'm done. So anyway, please watch my car life videos when they come out. Please check on my playlist. They will be my car life videos. It was quite interesting. I survived. And now I am in 4 walls instead of 4 doors. And me and Cooper are okay. He's gained weight. We are eating now. We are warm. We are safe from the elements. And hope you all had a great Christmas. Have a happy new year. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.